Welcome once again to Jared Lewis Ministries, where we have our Digital Divinity School of Ministry. And we're honored today, have a wonderful presentation, a wonderful session prepared for you. We've got a wonderful guest. We're going to talk about today the work of the worship leader. And we have a phenomenal guest who is well respected. He is just a phenomenal young man who I've known from my childhood that God has blessed. He's a Sunday best runner up. He's a worship leader at Agape Family Worship Center in New Jersey. And I'm honored to have him as a friend. He's well respected in the gospel music industry. Let's welcome my friend and our brother, John McClure. Welcome, John.
Hey, thank you for having me, Pastor. How you doing?
Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. We're
Yes,
overjoyed to
sir.
have you part of our third show, and we know that you have some wonderful wisdom to share. So let's get right
Hmm.
into it, if you don't mind. All right. We're going to talk
Sure.
about the work of the worship leader. And we had several questions submitted online, several comments. And I believe the number one question that came up that started off for our guest today was, what is the most important advice you would give to every worship leader?
Well, Jared, I would say this. The most important advice that I could give to any worship leader is to stay low, stay grounded. It's important to keep yourself humbly before God, knowing that it's because of Him that He has put you in this position. And so I have always took the responsibility of asking God, you know, I thank you for trusting me in this manner. So the important advice I would tell anybody, any worship leader for that matter, is to stay grounded. God even says it in His Word, "Lo, I am with you always, even until the end of ages." But it is important that we stay humbly submitted before God, understanding that because of Him we can do all things. Without Him, we're not able to do anything. So just stay grounded, stay focused, understand why you're doing what you're doing. There's so many different nuggets, but the one thing that I would give is to stay grounded. Just stay grounded and focused on what God is telling you at that moment as a worship leader.
That's good. That's good. That's good. The next question is, what are the top three skills a worship leader should master, perfect, or improve? So share that with us. What do you feel the top three skills a worship leader should improve upon?
Well, I think as a worship leader, the skills that any worship leader should have, one, you got to be a good communicator. You have to communicate. I think communicating is what builds community. um, the more you communicate with those that you serve with, the better you'll see your community grow, the better you'll see there'll be a better response when it comes to your communication. Communication is effective communication. Got to keep that clear. Another thing I would say is practice. Um,
Mm.
you gotta practice. You gotta make sure you strengthen your gift, sharpen your gift. You can glean from others. It's okay to glean from others and look at other ministries and see what you can bring to the table. um, Another thing that I would say is being very upfront when it comes to uh, your teaching. When you're teaching music, that's important. Try to teach within the realms of those who you serve with. Don't try to do anything too complicated. Keep
Mm.
it simple. Keep it simple, and then you'll grow from there. So those are some things that I would always share, and still to this day I do. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Take a moment. Take a moment, if you don't mind. Describe your relationship with the your pastor and the worship leader. So just describe what should that relationship look like between the pastor and the worship leader. Tell us.
well, the relationship should be you have to be honest with regard to your strengths and your weaknesses. I think that's most important because the pastor, um, you're an extension. You're an extension of the pastor, and it's important that you are in tune with what the house needs, what pastor, preaches, and things of that nature. He or she, whoever your leader may be, I know the importance of, my pastor, whom I'm giving a shout out, Agape Family Worship Center,
Yes.
Dr. Lawrence Powell. God bless you,
Yes.
man. I really, have to understand where we are and this season that we're in now, especially with, this pandemic, this thing that is, of course, in our faces right now with systemic racism. There are things that we have to say or do just so just so that the people will understand who we are and where we are. um, Not to, beat a dead horse or anything like that, and just honestly understanding, okay, this is the focus of the house, understanding the mission, understanding the vision. Those things are very important in today's church. Church is not going to be the same, so you have to adjust, and you have to have those honest conversations, not only with yourself but with your pastor, with those that who you serve with, those who are in leadership. So that's how I kind of do it. I've been learning down through the years. um, it's not just an audience of one, it's everybody.
Mm.
It's just not, the responsibility. Yes, you have a sole responsibility, but you also have to make certain that you have to do this with a team of people that can make things work and understand that, and then build that ministry up. Make sure that that pastor understands, okay, this is where we are. Don't try to override or try to overdo the pastor. That never works. That never works.
Man, that's what great wisdom. That's wonderful wisdom. I can tell that you have a wealth and a plethora of experience. But over the years, what changes have you made, um, especially now, as you stated? Um, and let's talk about now. What changes have you made to keep praise and worship sacred now that we're really on the live stream, on the social media
Hmm.
platform? And how do you gauge and measure the effectiveness of your worship when ministering to your congregation or your viewers?
Well, I'm blessed to have a team of people that I serve with weekly. Um, we really engage when it comes to preparation. Um, we prepare. So this time, you know, we'll have rehearsals. We'll come in and do, right now, of course, we're doing pre-recorded services. There are times when we are live, but it all takes preparation. So our meeting times are key. In this season, of course, I've always been one to wanting to prepare and prepare to the best of my ability. Um, I take a note from my father-in-law, and he says this. He says preparation is the key to life. So when you
Nice.
prepare, other things will come in line with that, and the more you prepare, the better you will become. And not to say that things not gonna, you know, always be the way they need to be. But if you prepare effectively, communicate efficiently, things will start to fall in line. So I've taken the approach, we do scheduling, um, we rotate our singers depending on, the climate, where we are right now. Of course, we have to keep it at a standardized attendance, but we make sure that we send out music. We make sure that, everything is in its proper form, and we have a guideline, we have an outline of our services. I'm a stickler, and the team that I serve with will share with you when it comes to our planning center. We have a planning center mechanism that we use. It's an online service structure that you can use, and not only does it enhance our music in, but we also bring this to our media, our audio teams, our greeters, our ushers. Even before this happened, we made sure that everybody was aware. Our security that's on staff, and there's a lot of things that come into play. So I'm big when it comes to strategizing and preparing. So that's just something that I do and keep doing. And I see it in here where it talks about strategy. We make sure that we strategize. Some things we
Nice.
theme out, some things we put in place and say, okay, what can we do here? What can we change here? So you've seen it in our services. So we try to make it fresh as possible, and keep in mind that this is all about God. It's not about us. So I'm very blessed to serve with our music director, who is Lauren Dawson. I appreciate that brother serving along with him. And we just have a team of people that really do what they need to
Yes.
do, and we do it to the best of our ability. So That's what I'm proud
Nice.
of.
Nice, nice. Man, you're sharing so much wealth, so many good answers. I'm really appreciating this. I did get a chance, and we do watch your service weekly. You had a great set, a great uh, worship list on yesterday. God is great. Worthy is the Lamb. Blessings and glory, and
Thanks,
you
man.
sung some wonderful. Even let Pastor Powell get in a few minutes there. So I see the blend.
Oh,
I
he
see
get
the
in.
energy.
He's gonna always
I,
get in.
I see. I see. It's just phenomenal to see that. And I did see the social distancing, so that was wonderful. Wonderful.
Hmm.
So I do see what you're talking about here. One thing I would like to ask you that many people submitted online, and I thought some of the questions were similar. Many people wanted to know during your weekly preparation as a worship leader, what have you improved? Let's say over the years. You had one point where you were, coming up, you hit Sunday's best, you had great
Hmm.
exposure, and now you have this plateau in your life and you're still climaxing. What are some of the things you saw yourself improve or change over the years?
Well, I saw myself improving on planning, putting the preparation in. The planning was key. Actually, reviewing the music that I studied, doing that more consistently was beneficial. It was beneficial, one, because I'm leading a group of people. And you never want to be in a place where, when you're teaching in rehearsal, you come unprepared. You should know the
Mm,
music. All worship leaders know your music. Know your music. Know the ins and outs, just not the parts that you think are on the actual recording. If you're listening to an actual recording, listen to everything. Listen to it in its totality. If you're arranging music, that's the same thing. I would always say, for me, it took some time. Now, growing up in a musical family, um, I always took the approach, okay, I can hear it, then I can just do it. But it takes more than just hearing it. Being able to study at Morgan State University had me the opportunity to read music and to apply it, to study those applications, to study music theory, knowing the nuances, just not vocally, but musically as well. So you know what changes need to be made, if something needs to be heard. Um, Again, I'm blessed to be in a position to where we have musicians, and like I said, my musical director, it's crazy how much time we put in, but it's all worth it at the end. Even if it's familiar music, let me share this too. If it's familiar music, still
right.
apply yourself. Don't just look
Nice.
at it as, oh, we've done this before. No, there may be something different with it that you can change, and put a little spin on it and something like that. But as I grew, honestly, Jared, it took. I'm sorry, I called you Jared, Pastor. I'm sorry. I know, man. Just I'm sorry, but it's always important to make certain. I know for me, it took preparation. Just like I would take anything, you have to
Mm,
practice. You got to study to show yourself approved. We played sports growing up, so it took preparation. If you didn't have
that's
that
right.
jumper, what was you doing? You was in the gym shooting a jumper. If it was
Right.
football, what you doing? You in the gym lifting weights. You doing suicides. You doing everything to get your body prepared. So mentally, physically, everything has
Mm.
to take place, and that's how I approach it. And that's where I became better. And now I'm in fitness. So my body is the temple of God. So I got to make sure that I'm not only mentally prepared, but I got to be physically prepared because at the end of the day, it's work. We got to pull down strongholds. We got to, you
Come on.
know, we got to go before the people, and you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared in all aspects. So that's how I take it, and that's what I've learned through the years.
Let me just say, as a personal friend, I've known you from childhood. Let me just say, shout out to mom and dad McClure, and to
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
wonderful in-laws, your beautiful wife Erica, and just a wonderful family. And
Thank you,
I,
man.
I respect you for how you honor your family, and the
Yeah.
blessings of the Lord is on you. We know God has great things in store for you, John. If you don't mind, I know we were talking about. If you don't mind, share with everyone where they can contact you. Um, so I know that we have a plethora of people have a plethora of questions that will be submitted online. Just let us know where they can follow you and how they can touch base with you because we believe that God has great things in store for you.
I appreciate, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate this platform. You can reach me via Facebook. That's John McClure. That's two C's, MCCLURE. I can also be reached, of course, you see there my Gmail if you have any questions. If you want to send questions to J McClure at agapecenter.org, you can do that as well. That's J McClure, letter J, MCCLURE, at agapecenter.org. It's right there. You can also follow me on Instagram at John McClure. That's JHM2. You can follow me there. And also Twitter, which is J McClure. So those are my handles for IG, Facebook, and Twitter. And then my emails as such. So any questions that you may have, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I thank you. I thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for this platform, Jared. Thank you.
Well, we're getting a ton of comments. Please keep submitting your comments on Facebook Live and
Good.
YouTube, and also my website there, jaredlewis.com. John, thank you so much. Divine says hi. I see a number of people just shooting comments in.
Divine, what's up, man?
How you doing? So let's do this, man. Let's catch up again. Keep up the good work. Blessings
Thank
to
you.
you, and God's favor be upon you. And next time we're going to allow you to sing. But thank you for giving the time and
Oh,
the knowledge.
man.
You did a wonderful job.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jared Lewis, and I'm inviting you to connect with me. Connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook also, at jaredlewis.com. Check out the media tab on jaredlewis.com and view our videos on demand. God, they will bless you. And also, don't forget our YouTube channel also. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know you will be blessed. Blessings, everybody. Jared Lewis Ministries. Pray God's richest blessings upon you. And remember to strategize with the power of God.
Today's principle for our Focus 40 is relationship. Today's principle for day number 11 is developing relationships. On first level is your superior, your leader. The second level is your peers, those who work alongside of you. And the third level is your followers. If you treat everyone equally, with equality, but also write down relationships that you need to deepen and strengthen. Father and son teaching you how to what, Blake? Consider Jared Lewis as a speaker, an author, and a strategic personal coach.
Free ministry classes, preaching online, multimedia ministry, grief and bereavement, the work of a worship leader, learning legal advice,
24 hours, 7 days a week, video on demand.
learn from professionals, providing practical wisdom and strategies to help you excel.
Take a moment, connect with us. Click on the media tab, watch our free videos on demand. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Just click on the playlist Digital Divinity School of Ministry.
Digital Divinity School of Ministry, free ministry classes. Connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and jaredlewis.com. Hi, my name is Jared Lewis, and I'm excited about my new book, It Starts by Serving. Serving is the foundation of any ministry of excellence. Serving gives you a deeper understanding, but also allows you to embrace your uniqueness. In this book, I will help you to learn not only why, but how people become effective in ministry. I hope you buy a copy for yourself and a friend.
On June 16th at 6 p.m.,
A free business class. That's right, a free business class.
you will learn in this class professional advice, the proper insurance, legal advice before making decisions. Join me and my special guest, attorney Sophia Trott,
With over 25 years of experience,
as a well-respected attorney in New York City. She will provide a wealth of information to enhance your ministry. Join us for this free class.
connect with us via Facebook, YouTube, and jaredlewis.com. I pray that you were blessed by this broadcast on today.
Consider giving an offering today of $20 or $50 or $100. We are empowering lives with the gospel of Jesus Christ. There are two ways you can give an offering. by Cash App or mailing in your offering. For Cash App, $JERITTLEWIS. It's $JERITTLEWIS. Or you can mail in your donation to 831 Sycamore Avenue in Bohemia, New York, 11716. That's right, you can mail in your offering or donation to 831 Sycamore Avenue in Bohemia, New York, 11716. Once again, there are two ways to give. You can give by Cash App or by mailing in your donation. For Cash App, it's $JERITTLEWIS. Or mail in your donation to 831 Sycamore Avenue in Bohemia, New York, 11716. Thank you, and may God richly bless you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Our guest, John McClure, did a wonderful job explaining the work of a worship leader. And what I would like to do now is share some of the wonderful comments that were shared with us online throughout the broadcast. One of the first comments came from Professor Donnell Williams. He's out in Bellport, New York, and he gave us some great information. Donnell said this. He said, have a real relationship with God. He explained that we have created these tiers in church and regarding these musicians and worship leaders, and that's why we have some of the issues we have now. But he wanted us to understand that both of us must work hand in hand, your relationship with God and working with others. That was awesome, Donnell. The next comment we received was from Pastor James Powell. Pastor James Powell of North Carolina. He gave us the next comment, and his next comment stated that we should spend more time in prayer than you do in the mic. I thought that was wonderful. Pastor Powell is a wonderful artist out there, North Carolina, Virginia area. He said, what you do, he put it this way, what do you want to hear today? And then he said, I promise you, he will give you his playlist and walk in love. Pastor said, you cannot minister to people effectively when you don't have love. These are his people. Awesome information, awesome insight. Thank you, Pastor Powell, for sharing that great information. I think the last comment was insightful, but also wonderful. And this is one of our family members, First Lady Barbara Crone out of New Jersey, wonderful ministry, Pilgrim of New Jersey in Newark under Bishop Crone. First Lady Crone is a wonderful woman of God. And she said this emphatically, very simple but powerful. She said, let it come from your heart if you worship. She said, let it come from your heart, not your ability. And then she put it like this, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. I thought that was superb. Thank you so much. I want to thank each of our guests for submitting each of your comments, each of your questions. Certainly, I do want to let you know that you can watch this video on video on demand at our website, jarrettlewis.com. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just hit the media tab and you'll see the videos on demand. You also watch us on Facebook Live anytime, and also at our YouTube channel, Jarrett Lewis Ministries YouTube channel. I want to thank our technician, production executive, Brother Al Garvin. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday, Al. He's a wonderful man who is assisting us with this, and certainly we want you to support his business, AG Sound Media. If you need more information, reach out to me. Certainly, I know he'll be obliged to help you do what you got to do. You can watch us on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. We are all on the Fire Sticks as far as Roku and Amazon Fire TV. You can learn more about us. Just type it in at your home with your Fire Stick, and you have the opportunity to see us and learn more. I think this was a great session. Certainly send in your ideas, your comments, your thoughts. I know that we have a couple people watching on Facebook Live. I'm going to ask you to share this. Share this with a family member, a friend. Let them know that John McClure shared with us some free information on being a worship leader. I want you to reach out to John McClure. Invite him to your events. He's under wonderful pastor, Pastor Powell there at Agape in New Jersey. They're doing a phenomenal job. Watch them on Facebook Live. They'll just have a wonderful worship experience that will bless your heart also. Secondly, I'm going to ask you to sow into this ministry. We've had some wonderful gifts of love, some offerings, whatever it be, 20, 25, 50, 100, whatever you feel, sow into this ministry. We want to buy some more camera equipment. We want to buy some more technology devices that can assist us to just bring this to the next level, that we can bless the people of God with great artists. Next week, don't miss next week. We've got a wonderful attorney, Miss Sophia Trop. She'll be sharing with us understanding the business of ministry. And how many know you can sing and have the anointing, but if you don't know the backside, the business of ministry, having your paperwork correct and how to negotiate and how to execute, you may have some challenges in life. So she's going to share with us some wisdom. She's a wonderful attorney with over 25 years of experience. So I'm delighted to have her a part of this. I know there's tension in the air. I know there's a lot of things happening in our country, but I want you to keep the faith. We're going to be addressing many of the social issue aspects as we go forward, and we believe God to do some wonderful things. So as I leave on today, I want you to remember, strategize with the power of God. I want you to know that I love you with the love of God. I want to thank also my wife, my family for supporting this. You on this, my brothers, my siblings, all my family. Thank you for being a great support. And let's just stay together. Let's keep the work of the Lord going forward. And thank God for my father, my pastor, Superintendent Jerome Lewis, and all the people of God. God bless you. Once again, keep God first. And remember, strategize with the power of God. See you next week. God bless.